Hello again everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all well. Today was supposed to be the day for the TI-99, but unfortunately due to technical difficulties, we just have to put it off to another day. It's just part of the fun really of owning these old micros. As you can see those, it has been replaced with an Atari 800 XL, so another future video coming up. But whilst I was actually looking through the computers and then everything else, trying to find the cables, I was looking at some of the boxes I've got and nostalgia come flooding back. And I'm sure you have some boxes either you have in your collection or the memories of that are so nostalgic to you. So I thought, why not check out some of those boxes today and show off what's nostalgic to me and why. Let's check out what they are after this. Yeah, so to start off with, I'm going to talk about the GX4000. There is a previous video of this, so I'll put a link down below. So if you want to check that out of why this is so nostalgic to me, the actual computer itself, go and check that out. But today I'm talking about box art. I remember seeing this on the shelves in Hooties. If you're from the Midlands area, you know what that shop is. It's just where you got all your bargains from. And this always stood out on the shelf. It was bought for us for Christmas. I think it was my granddad bought it for us. And it was the first computer we had that had cartridges. I only had 3 games for it, but my God, did we enjoy those games. Burning Rubber is still one of my favourite games to this day. But the box art itself, I always remember looking at it and going, wow, it's like a spaceship scene, isn't it, really? The actual console itself looks just like a spaceship. And then you've got these 2 pans off shooting in the distance. I love that. I mean, as a kid, that really drew me in. It's the same on both sides, although I do love the fact that it had to have this warning put on, if you can see it right there. Notorious, the power supplies in these blew these up. If you unplug these, there was 2 ports on the back. One was 12 volt, one was 5 volt, I think. But both had exactly the same end. So you put it in the wrong one, switched it on, bang, it's gone. But anyway, that's the GX4000. Just so 90s. It really is. It's just a shame this thing flopped, because I thought if this had come out a few years earlier and the cartridges were a bit cheaper, this would have really took off. But wrong time for this to come out. 16-bit consoles were already on the way. But it's still nostalgic to me. Right, let's have a look at the next one. And actually, the next one is the next. Very modern one for me. But I said, again, another video. I'll put a link down below. I can't believe I still have this. I won it in a raffle. Amazing, I won it in a raffle. Never been able to afford one. But I think the attention to detail on this box is absolutely amazing. The screenshots on the back, the quality of the print, the fact that it's matte with the shiny Spectrum next sticking out there. And if you hold this up to other boxes as well with the Spectrum, it looks the same. You know, it fits. It really does fit in there. So this is a modern, nostalgic box to me, and I will treasure it forever. The next one, we're getting into... Oh, actually, we'll go down here. We'll save the Amigas till last. We have a Commodore 64. Never had a Commodore 64 back in the day. Just didn't. We were Spectrum, Amiga, PlayStation. That's just how our route went. But when I saw this box, and I always saw, like, I think my mate had one, and I loved it. Just the artwork on it stood out. It's just so 80s. It screams 80s at you, doesn't it, really? The 3D glasses, still to this day, haven't played any Commodore 64 games in 3D. To find one of these actually with the 3D glasses is quite a difficult thing to do. But yeah, I always stood out. I love this box art. I love this artwork on the back here. It's like, just, it makes you want to play the games. It really does. And I love it. I really, really do. Problem with collecting these ones though, and the same with the Amigas in a minute, the boxes aren't small, as you can tell. They're really quite big, but nostalgic nonetheless. It really is, just because I always remember other people having one, and when I was eventually able to get my hands on one of these, I grabbed it and I ran. So let's get on to the true nostalgic for me. First of all, we got the Amiga 500. Forgive the damage on these boxes. It's actually quite hard to get some without damage on. This one here actually had a sticker all over there where they'd mailed it out. But didn't do too bad a job. I mean, there was already some damage beforehand, but I managed to get it off the rest. So save that. But Cartoons Classics Pack. When I used to go around, I'm sure it was Dixon's or Curry's, and I always used to see this on the shelf. I mean, this is probably why we ended up getting an Amiga. We must have bugged my dad to death to get the Amigas. Captain Planet. Horrible cartoon. Even worse game. Yeah, it was everywhere though, wasn't it? Captain Planet was everywhere back in the 80s and early 90s. When was this out? Oh, this is 1991. Lemmings, classic game. Simpsons. Never been a fan of this Simpsons game. I don't know anyone who ever was. Yet it was everywhere. But the Cartoon Classics Pack with Dulux Paint 3. Just, I can still remember now walking round Dixon's, seeing it on the shelf, looking at it, obviously picking it up, looking at the back. You know what I mean? There's not so much going on here, but you looked at the games, and coming from the Spectrum, these games looked stunning. They really, really did. At the end of this video, I will do some close-ups of these, so if you want to have a better look at the boxes, they'll be there for you to see. So that is the nostalgic Commodore Cartoon Classics Pack for the Amiga 500. And there can only be one for me, which is the most... Oh, I've left the Spectrum in... I've left the Amiga in this. I took the Amigas out of the other boxes. Forgot about this one. It's heavy. We have Amiga 600, the Wild and Weird and Wicked pack. Yeah, what a artwork on this. This, to me, is my childhood. This Amiga was the upgrade from the Spectrum. I still remember it was either 92 or 93 coming down Christmas morning, and this was under the tree. When we unwrapped it, blew me away. The colours, the pushover game sponsored by Quavers. I mean, can you imagine getting away with that now? The racing game, never Dulux Paint. You know what I mean? I remember spending ages with Dulux Paint. I really regret you not taking the Amiga out of this. Yeah, Pushover. If you ever played Pushover, Putty. God, I forgot about Putty. Loved that game. Absolutely loved it. Grand Prix as well. 3D graphics, just mind blowing. It really was. It doesn't seem that much now. This Dulux Paint 3 again as well. Pushover. I just hours and hours and hours playing that game. Can you imagine the game now being sponsored by like a crisp? So, but then again, everything was sort of in the 80s. I'm going to hold like a boombox now, resting on my shoulder. But everything was like Zool on the Amiga. Again, love it. Sponsored by Chubba Chops, was it? Or the Lollipops? And I'm sure there was lots of others. I mean, Cool Spot was 7-Up. You just wouldn't get away with that now, would you? I'm just going on a little nostalgic trip here. I hope you're enjoying coming with me, because this, I'm sure I've still got a picture somewhere of it, of Christmas morning holding this up, not knowing what awaited us. And boy, this here, this is my childhood. It really is, this very box here. And when I got back into collecting again, I was definitely going to be getting one of these. God, even look at the artwork on the sides. You know, love it. So this is some of my iconic boxes that I remember from my childhood. So I want to know, what are yours? What computers, consoles, handhelds do you remember back in the day? Whether you either got for Christmas or for birthday, or just remember seeing inquiries walking past and never been able to get one. Yeah, that's just a little trip down memory lane for me, because I was going through the boxes and these memories come flooding back. And as they come flooding back, I felt it would be really great to share them with you. So, yeah, stick around to the end, because there will be some close-ups coming of the actual boxes, because it's just really nice to see it, isn't it, really? Well, I think so anyway. Another video coming out on Friday for the Spectrum. Playing a couple of Spectrum games at the moment, so I'm not sure which one it will be. Just keep an eye out for that. And if you like this stuff, please, again, like, subscribe, share, and come with me on this journey as we go through more home micros, computers, consoles, and anything that takes my fancy, really. So, from me, I will catch you all again next time. Thanks for watching.